Hi, and welcome to Camp Sue. Today we're going to do a pick-a-pile that's going to be based on what is it that's coming in the future, the near future. What energies have you used right now in the now, and what is that energy going to create for you in the future? So this point of this card reading is to help you to just assess where you are right now and maybe give you some insight. So within any of these piles, pile 1, 2, or 3, as I go through the reading, whatever resonates with you, hold on to that. Whatever doesn't, let it go. In the end, I shuffled and these 3 cards popped out. And these are my makeshift quote cards. And when I do my daily readings on my Instagram accounts, what I've noticed is when I pull the quote card, it always goes along with the reading. So I thought I'd pull the quote card first, do the reading, and then we'll see what the quote card says to give you some, maybe just an idea of what to do. All right, so I'm going to start pile 1. So take a moment, you can pause, and you can choose which one you'd like. Pile 1, the first prototype, it does have some additional cards in it. Same with pile 2. This is my second version. There's the third version. I'm working on the fourth version, which will be published. So take a moment and choose. All right, so let's get on with pile 1. Hey there, pile 1. We're going to stick your little quote card right over here. And we're going to see what energies are you creating right now, and what are they going to bring you into the future? Like what energy, like what efforts you're doing right now, the energies you're putting out, even with your thoughts, like around other people maybe, your career. What is it that you're thinking? Okay, so we got our first card, the second card. What is it that pile 1 is creating for their future? What are you crying? Well, this one feels like it wants to come. What is pile 1 creating for their future? All right, well, here we go. We got our 3 cards. So let's start with our first one. So this is the card that's, it's about family and your grounding. This is one where you're almost closing yourself off from love. Like you have, like there's a door here. It's like the door is usually open, but here the door is closed, but your heart's still available. So it's like you're not chasing after that love of something, which is really good. Like you've shifted yourself. Your energy, your focus was on family and getting that approval and validation from them, where you thought you were gaining some love, but and you did, but you didn't. Like it was an opportunity for you to see how you give away everything more easily than honoring yourself and respecting yourself. And now you're turning and you're starting to say no when you mean no. Okay, so that's great. All right, so what do we got? So now you're having some freedom, some liberation. This is this is just one I painted when I got the blank cards. So with this card, because you started to go within yourself and you started to really see, okay, I am worthy of everything I give out. So if I start giving to me what I readily give to another, then that's leading you to some kind of a freedom. So you're starting at this moment right now, you feel liberated because of that energy that you're creating. So that is awesome. So now let's see what's coming down the pike here for you in the future, because you've really shifted your focus to yourself. So another freedom card. Isn't that interesting? This here is in the deck that's will be published. And this is the forgiveness card. So it's saying, like, continue on that path, forgiving yourself for not honoring yourself, for not giving yourself that respect, it's like you've created boundaries, it feels like. And the boundaries are liberating because now you have freedom. You're not doing the, oh, I should. So continue on that path and just make sure that I'm feeling like don't go too close to the sun. Like, don't get too caught up in this particular reading that, hey, everything is good. You got to keep going on that path that you're on. Really checking your energy and seeing where it is in your body and allowing yourself to feel free. Things have a miraculous way of working out. Trust that. So if this is like family issues, it feels like family. Where when you start to change, it's they'll start to maybe call you names or say that you're a biatch or whatever. Let it go. You're free. You're breaking some generational family stuff, pile one, and things are going to work out. So stay the course. Keep your head down. Everything will work out. Well, thank you, pile one. Please like, subscribe, share this video with others. All right, and thank you. So now we go on to pile two. So we're going to leave pile two's mystery quote card there. Pile one's quote card went along really, really well. So let's see. For pile two, spirit, guides, angels, of anybody who's going to watch this video in the future, we'll take what resonates. So what energies is pile two creating for their future? What are they doing right now? So they might need to do an adjustment or just stay the course. What is it? So tell us, pile. We'll give you that one. All right, what else? We'll do that one. And we'll do that one. All right. So we'll do these in order. All right, so what is it? So pile two, this is like a karmic cycle, a pattern. And like you came to Earth to experience life and everything that it had to offer. It feels like even though we want to have everything great all the time, you have to understand it's not always going to be roses and unicorns and rainbows as much as we'd really like to. And we like to hold on to the hope because it's cyclical. Life is cyclical. You'll have ups, you'll have downs, you'll have different paths that you'll take to achieve different states of consciousness and awareness. So you're on this path and you're starting to question, what's my purpose? Pile two, you are the purpose pile. What am I here for? Well, I can tell you, you're here just to experience these experiences with other souls on this planet, to figure out that we're all energetic beings of love and light. And I know that sounds, like fluff, but we really are. So if you look at it from a scientific point of view, like I'm seeing like the quantum, that quantum leaping on timelines, it feels like a timeline. So you can really use your imagination, because the imagination, the mind, is part of what comes from being conscious and aware. So we can create hell in our mind, or we can create a heaven. It's all in how we choose to respond and react to the external stuff that comes in around us. All right, so let's see. So you got this energy. You're really focusing on, okay, what's my purpose? Where am I going? What am I doing? What path should I take? So the energy I'm feeling is a little bit anxious. You're just not sure. You feel like, oh my God, I know I'm supposed to be doing something, but I'm not doing anything. But just in the worry, you're keeping yourself from doing your purpose, which is to just live and experience and to feel that love and peace within your heart. Because that's just kind of try to focus on right now. All of your lives have brought you to right now. All of the experiences in this life have brought you to this right now moment. So live in that magic. Because during downtimes, the downtime when you're not busy and exhausted all the time, when we're busy and exhausted all the time, we wish for this downtime. So there's like that prayer. Like, you were praying for this time at one point, but it's not how you had envisioned, you imagined. Worrying about the future is going to create that anxiety. So do your best to kind of stay in this now moment, because every moment matters. Every moment is consciousness. All right. So because you're worrying so much, there's anxiety and fear where you're giving your power away to somebody else. They've got you in their grip. It's, why don't you trust yourself? Pile 2. It's like the cycle of fear that's a residual energy from a past experience, past life. And it's just, it's hard to almost breathe. So speaking of breath, take a moment to just breathe. Today's Instagram reading, the daily message today is February 26th, 2022. The reading I put out on Instagram today really applies to you, folks in pile 2. It's like you're almost there. You've got this movement, but it's also fear of getting through. So, all right, let me see if I can explain this. So in past lives, past experiences, you've worked really, really hard. You've done all of the work. But then it comes to time where you get to the plate. I'm going to use a baseball because I'm seeing like a batter. And you get to the plate, and all the time during practice, you're batting that ball out of the park. But then when you get on stage, when you get to the batter's box, you get frozen. Why? Just imagine, like even when golfing, like one of the things I do when the hole has like water, it's like the tee and then there's a big bunch of water and you got to hit the ball over the water. Well, if you focus on the water, you're going to get that ball in the water. So see here, there's water. So don't focus on the water. Focus on where you want to go. Don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. Just visualize in your mind the life that you wish, that you desire. Like see yourself, feel it. Like all that emotion and energy that you're expending on being afraid that you're not going to be accepted or you're going to be dumped or all of that, that's an energy that you're creating that's going to keep you from achieving exactly what it is that you want to achieve. All right, so it's not all gloom and doom. Let's see like where you're going next, okay? Look at that. You're going to complete. There's going to be that transformation. So you're like interesting that you get rebirth and completion, transformation. I call this the transformation card in the final version of the deck. So you've gone through some trials in this lifetime and other lifetimes, and now you're able to just move through and see that light at the end of the tunnel. Will be opportunities to see that everything that you've gone through. It's like closing up that cycle. That's what it feels like. All right, Norbert just wants to stick his nose out the door. All right, so you're closing up that cycle, and you're patching it up. So I'm seeing like a past life, and I don't know whose past life this is. But what I'm seeing is it's like Native American, it almost feels like. And you're sitting around, like people are in their huts. And you sneak off. you walk away. There's an energy where you just walk away. And you want to go and you want to study like all the mystical stuff. And you hide out and you're studying stuff that your family doesn't want you to study. But you're studying it anyway. So all of those experiences, you've had many lifetimes doing that. And you were always afraid. Sometimes you'd hide out in some kind of a religious order in that existence where it was safe. Well, now you're coming out of that safe feeling in this lifetime because you said, you know what? I'm tired of that same old cycle, the same old road. I want to take this high road and become something greater that I know that I am. I want to become the I am presence. That's what this one is saying. And you will do it in this lifetime. Just keep on your path that you are and release any anxiety, because when someone tries to give you fear, it's going to cause them, it's going to give your power away where they're able to emotionally manipulate you. So be really wary of that, because in your past lives, there was a lot of emotional manipulation. And remember, I love this quote card, the 5x5. I don't know who said it, but I got it off of Instagram. If it's not going to matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes being upset about it. So whatever this is that's causing you to feel upset and angry with another, remember there's like this karmic connection. You're both going through this dance together in this lifetime. So release the frustration, the anger toward another. Just focus on holding your ground, your boundaries, and honoring yourself and doing what feels right for you. All right, so pile 2, that was terrific. You are well on your way. All right, so pile 3. Here we are. We're going to put your little quote card right over here. And now we're going to see, what can Spirit tell us? The higher self, the guides and angels. For pile 3, what is it? What energy are they using right now? And what is that energy going to do to help them to manifest and create in the future? Oh, we're going to give you those cards too because they popped out. All right, so so pile 2, you're kind of stuck in judgment and abandonment. You just, all right. So we're going to have a for real moment here. You're worrying about others judging you and dumping you because of your beliefs. So it's almost like kind of like pile 2. It's like putting your faith and trust in others, procrastinating, finding excuses not to finish something. We all know those times when we'd rather be doing something else, and then the whole time we're doing that something else, we're focusing on what we need to be doing. So in our mind, we're expending the energy we're wasting that energy, because now it's just a thought that we're thinking about the work that we need to do. So that's going to make you keep thinking about the work that you need to do. See how that works? And then that leads you to being a little bit stuck and stagnant, not able to move. This card reminds me of the Hanged Man and the Tarot. So it's like it's an enlightenment card. It's awareness. And that's what's keeping you frozen in fear, because it's needing to face something about yourself. Now, on the spiritual journey, one of the things that you're never ever told, or I was never told, or maybe I was and I never heard it because of my state of awareness at the time, is it's almost you feel like it needs to be magical. Okay, I'm studying this now, so everything should just be magic and great and wonderful. No, how this works is you got to go dig deep within your heart, do some serious soul searching. What part of you don't you like? What is making you stay away from your inner self, your inner being, your divinity? Because it's almost like you know it's there, you feel it, but it's frightening because you feel like you know how much power you have, you just don't want to admit it. You want to just stay stuck and trapped in the procrastination and judgment on yourself and thinking that like some fat cat up in a high office is going to look down on you and say, oh, you're not worthy, you're not good enough, get out of here. That's old echoes from the past. Maybe past experiences, which is all well and good. That's how we get by in life, that's how we do some discernment. So speaking of discernment, interesting word that just popped in. It's like that's another word that no one ever tells you. And they'll tell you, oh, have discernment, trust yourself. Well, how do you trust yourself if all you've ever been told is that you need to do something a certain way? So now you're stepping out of the mold, or you have an idea about how you can. And it's just keeping you stuck, frozen. You're judging yourself. Why allow yourself to judge you? You are just beautiful. Your work is awesome. Everything you do turns to gold. See the stairs right behind you? You have opportunities all around you. You're just not looking at it. Your energetic state is not lining up with what awaits you. And like these two cards pop together. So it's like you abandoning yourself. So let's kind of lighten up here. We're going to give you another card because I know pile 3, you're really bummed. And it's okay. You can even just feel like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But put things into perspective. Do your best to shift your energy. And I know I can almost feel anxiety as I say that. So be gentle with yourself. Everything always works out, everything all the time. See, that's leading you to your divine consciousness. So it's like, I knew you're really powerful. I felt that. That's why you're holding back. That's why sometimes we can do stuff to self-sabotage ourselves. That's what the procrastination is. Because if we have an excuse, then we can't get to where we want to be, which is divine consciousness. And now folks in the spiritual awakening kind of community, everyone's like, oh, divine consciousness, I want to awaken to it. Well, yeah, but going through it is like, sometimes it can be hell, especially based on emotions that feel emotional-based experiences. Negative ones can really wreak havoc on us. We can be our own worst critics and judges. So do your best to focus on your light, that you are worthy. Whatever ideas you have, just take one step. It just takes one step forward to move out of that procrastination cycle where you stay stuck in the energy of judgment and abandonment, and that's what you're going to keep creating. So once you face all this, okay, then you can reach this divine consciousness, which you really want to be. All right, let's see what your quote card is. Only equals make friends. Every other relationship is contrived and off balance. Angelou. So, for anyone in pile 3, don't put your keys to your happiness in someone else's pocket, is the other quote I'm hearing in my mind. Pick friends who embrace your uniqueness, that don't expect you to be like them. Everybody is unique in their own way, and that's what needs to be celebrated. Not what we see, not what's told for us to celebrate. Celebrate each individual, and you will find that divine consciousness. Celebrate yourself. Get on that boat and sail away, because it's easy to. See, there's an opening. Follow the moon. And with that, I say namaste and thank you. Please like and subscribe, share, and we'll come back again and we'll do some more card readings. Namaste. Thank you.